All right. We back in the building. We back in the building. Salute to everybody. You already know I'm Blue Devil. And today we back with another video reaction. Look, how we are coming through is really dead right now. There's no content when it comes to the culture. Mexican, Southern Cali, Raza. There's really nothing, bro. I mean, I guess if you want to go watch some dudes on the podcast with 56 watchers and them lie and cap all day about this and that, then I guess so, bro. But listen, we don't entertain the fakeness. We don't entertain the nothing, bro. The nothing. We don't entertain the abyss. All right? But the video coming from Hahuila, it's titled Emiliano Aguilar explains why he thinks Donald Trump hates Mexicans. He on a podcast with Snow the Product. You know, for those that don't know who Emiliano Aguilar is, his last name is very prominent in Mexico. His dad, Pepe Aguilar, is a well-known singer, and I think his grandpa and other people in his family are big names as well. All right, salute to the homie. I did say he's a Southsider, and a lot of people are mad at me because I say he's a Southsider, but I'm going to stand on that, bro. Homie is Southsider. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, then go figure it out, bro. All right, but we're not going to hold you guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm working on a new layout, which will be presented on the next reaction. All right, you will see it right now when I flip over to the next channel, the next screen. But I will perfect it for the next reaction. All right, stay tapped in. Don't go nowhere. Tomorrow, the Why You Hate podcast, Thursday. We're going to say 8 p.m. because these fools are always late. 8 p.m. Why You Hate podcast, Doe Hunter, Opina will be back. Stereo 2 times, and Blue Devil. All right, so tap in 8 p.m. Why You Hate podcast, and we're not gonna have 56 watchers. We're gonna have 456. All right, with that being said, let's get straight into it. This is what I'm talking about right here. Boom. All right, Emiliano Aguilar explains why he thinks Donald Trump hates Mexicans. All right, now look, I'm working on this layout. It's gonna be better, real better. Let me know down below if you're rocking with the idea. All right. I might do it where there's a header on top and a header on bottom, and I'm working on it. Expect that on the next one. But with that being said, let's get straight to the video. Let's watch it entirely, bro, and then I'll come back and break it down. Let's go.
Perros, ya se la sabe.
Let's go. Salute to Hahuila, bro. Go follow Hahuila.
Fuck Donald Trump, man. You already know. And it's always fuck Donald Trump. Yo siempre digo fuck Donald Trump. Es que ese güey, mira, no sé si podemos hablar de estos temas aquí. Si podemos hablar de cualquier tema, no importa. Ese güey es un pelo, güey. Sí. And he's in the fucking White House, homie. Like, the fuck? Like, are we all like blind to this shit? Like, is nobody fucking doing anything? Es lo que más me caga a mí, un mexicano que apoye a Donald Trump. Es una estupidez, güey. ¿Cómo vas a apoyar a un pinche pedófilo que odia a los mexicanos porque un mexicano se culió a su esposa? ¿Sí me explico? Es lo que es. Oh, you didn't know that shit?
The what?
You didn't know that?
A Mexican fucked his wife?
Yeah, and got her pregnant. That's why he fucking hates Mexicans. You didn't know that?
What?
Era un jardinero.
Yeah.
That's why?
You didn't know that?
That's why he has hate against
Nah,
Mexicans.
allegedly.
No, you didn't know that?
Allegedly. Let's find out. Let's find out. No,
Que no
I
me llegue la
don't.
puta demanda, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
He had a gardener, right? And this gardener was Mexican. And this gardener fucked his wife and got her pregnant.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And that's why he hates Mexicans.
Not the jargon.
Viva México, perros. Ya se la saben a la verga. But allegedly. Yo no sé, a lo mejor. But anyways, what is not allegedly is fuck Donald Trump, homie. La neta, ese vato vale pa' pura verga. Eso sí, not allegedly. Ese güey sí vale pa' pura verga. Macizo. Fuck that fool. You know, I got fuck eyes right here. Aquí tengo tatuado fuck eyes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got fuck eyes right here. No, fuck eyes. Se mueran a la verga todos.
Whoa.
A chingar a su madre.
Espérame, wait. That's a threat. Espérame.
Pero allegedly.
Sí, allegedly.
Allegedly somebody said that. Fuck Donald Trump.
Hey, listen, that's wild, bro. To everybody that supports Trump, there's a lot of Mexicans that support Trump. It's wild, bro. Emiliano Aguilar, bro, he's like a pro-Mexican, pro-raza. Like, you know, he puts the gente first. He puts the people first. I don't blame him for anything. He's doing what he thinks is right. You know, he's from Dago. For those that don't know his backstory, he's like the left out son that didn't get nothing from his family's last name. You know, his dad is famous and rich, and his dad didn't help him out. His dad didn't give a fuck about him, kicked him to the curb, cared about everybody else except for him. He should be rich and famous, but his dad didn't give a fuck about him. So he already got that hatred in his heart, that pain, you know. And then mix that up with being from Dago. When you're from these border towns like Dago, Calexico, Laredo, you know, all these border towns that go from Texas to Arizona to Cali, you know, all the way down, you get to see Border Patrol in action, bro. You know, you get to see a lot of drugs. You get to see a lot of cartels. You get to see a lot of people out there, you know, hustling to make a dollar. You know, to turn, you know, this crime into food to eat, bro. And I know, cause I used to live in one of these border towns for many, many years, bro. And I experienced the cartel life. I experienced the ICE, Border Patrol, Homeland Security, uh, all that, bro. DHS, Department of Homeland Security, Feds. That's all federal. I experienced that, bro. And you get to see how it works on the Mexico side and on the U.S. side. So all that is fueling his hate for the president, right? Now, we're not going to sit here and tell you how I feel or any of that because it doesn't matter. We're talking about Emiliano and we're talking about whether he's right for saying this or he's wrong. At the end of the day, we are from the United States of America and you do have your freedom of speech. And we do not live in a country where you're held to say certain things. You can do and say as you please in this country. That's what's great about it. So he's in his rights to be able to say what he really feels, right? Now, is it morally correct? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, he has a big voice, he has a big platform. Snow the product also has a big platform, also has a big voice. So, what you're doing is you're allowing your feelings and your intrusive thoughts to get the best of you. You're airing out all this on big platforms, and now you got young kids that ain't probably never been to Mexico, ain't never been through the struggle. Their whole life they've been in the USA. They've been pampered, taken care of, Wi-Fi, McDonald's on every corner. They don't know what it is to be from Mexico, but now they see somebody that's cool, like Emiliano, because that fool looks cool. You know, he got the chains, he got the slang, he from the streets. He out here saying this vocally. Now you got these young kids watching this, thinking it's cool, and now they're going to follow in them footsteps and get themselves hurt or in trouble. I think when you got a big platform, there's two ways to go about it, right? One, you don't give a fuck, do whatever you want. Number two, you watch what you say and you move accordingly. You know, that's if you're trying to like, influence people. If you're an influencer, right? But do I blame him for feeling how he feels? No, none at all. None at all. But I think Snow the Product understood what was going on because he did put threats out there. F ICE, hope they all DIE. And I've watched a lot of videos to know that when you threaten the president of the United States of America or anyone around him, they will come knock on your door. We've seen George Lopez. I think Shaq was the other one. No, it wasn't Shaq. It was George Lopez and a few other people, bro. I forget. Shaq was interviewing George Lopez. But I did see a bunch of people talking about they made jokes or threats on the Twitter fucking around. And they came knocking, bro. They came knocking. And now, them fools are like top media. So they get a pass. But this homie, I think they're going to find it amusing to lock him up. I don't think they should, but I think if they get a chance, they will. You know, we all know that Snow the Product hates the president too. And I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not against hating or loving. It has nothing to do with me. I don't get into this presidential, debate. It has nothing to do with me, bro. But I feel the homie Emiliano is 50-50 on this one, bro. I think he's 50% correct because he's telling you how he feels, but at the same time, he's 50% wrong because he's advertising to the youth. Now, he did say that Trump's wife got boned by a Mexican landscaper. That's wild, dog. A Mexican fucking landscaper boned Trump's wife? Maybe so. But you know how we do. You know how we do, right? We need to see the black and white. We need to see the proof. We need to see the evidence. Once we see it, then we'll believe it. So with that being said, leave your thoughts down below, bro. Let me know if you guys believe Emiliano. You guys don't believe him. You guys think he's capping. You guys think he's making it up. Let me know if he's right or if he's wrong. And with that being said, leave your thoughts, comments, likes, subscribes down below. I'm Blue Devil. And the next video you'll see, it'll be all fancy. All right? With that being said, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Until next time, we out.